Look, I was present at the ceremony where the president signed out, vetting when people are acquiring national ID cards. And I stood there thinking that this is such a momentous, moment for Kenyan Somalis. People who, since independence, have been on the periphery of the Kenyan society, who have had laws fomented in this country, to try and exclude them, marginalize them. And I've lived, in that, I was born and bred in that region, lived through the exclusion and the marginalization, the constant torture, the constant attacks, police brutality, up to and including massacres. Malkamari massacre, Wagala massacre, Garissa massacre, and all the other atrocities, to the extent that this country needs an indemnity act to protect those people who perpetrated human rights abuses. Till this day, when we pride ourselves with having one of the most, one of the best constitutions in the African continent, if not the world. Now, standing there right next to the president as he signed that document, I thought this was like another Independence Day and a real opportunity for us to join mainstream Kenya once and for all. Because I know how indignified the vetting process has been. That your government is assuming, as you stand there, filling your forms, that first of all, you're not a national of that country. It doesn't matter how long you've lived. It doesn't matter who and where you come from, as long as you look, the way you look. You're looked at with suspicion. That, I don't know anything more indignified than that. Mm-hmm. So getting that out of the way really, boosted the morale of the people of northeastern Kenya. And we thank the president for doing that, because he has spotted, he has identified something his predecessors have not, or chose, to ignore. President Kenyatta was the emergency rule. We suffered under him, no doubt about it. And history tells us all this. Daniel Arap Moi was a continuation of the massacres and the persecution of the people of Northeastern. Kibaki is where we had a little bit of reprieve, where we first saw the first few kilometers of tarmac in our lifetimes. But he chose not to sign the Indemnity Act, choosing to protect those people who perpetrated atrocities against the people in Northeastern Kenya. And then we had Uhuru, who took us even further than Moi, and with all the extrajudicial killings and fighting our education system, returning 5,000 teachers in one go. We had so many issues at Uhuru. So for us, President William Samoei Ruto is a hero.
Okay, and I'll have a graphical representation. First, I have to get to 100.